What's poppin', my Pokemon trainer friends and family all over the world? Welcome back to another Pokemon adventure. Now today I am going to showcase my favorite team for the Retro Cup, and this team is amazing, guys. It's probably the best team I came up with. It's a triple dragon team. I haven't seen any other Poketubers running a triple dragon team, at least not right now. And if they have, I don't know if it's the same team. I came up with this team by myself. And yeah, so if we do run into any ice types, which we do in these battles, Kingdra and Arctibax do not take super effective up against the ice types. And Kingdra's pretty bulky. Altaria's pretty bulky as well. And Arctibax is just so freaking good. I love this Pokemon, and I cannot wait for the future for Arctibax. I mean, it's probably going to definitely get a community day at some point in the future. And but anyways, yeah, so let's jump into this battle right here. We catch a Whiscash on the lead, and like I said, this is pretty good for us. They go for a Scald, which is not the move you probably want to go, but maybe they were just trying to go for a debuff. And then I go for Octazooka, which is not the play, but I thought they might have shielded, but I guess they didn't shield, so I should have just gone for the Outrage and just taken it out. But now they're gonna start spamming me, and they might actually, they get to another freaking Mud Bomb before we can get to an Octazooka, and they take us out. But this is actually still pretty good because I can bring in the Altaria and just farm it completely down with the Dragon Breath and at least come out with some energy to threaten whatever they have in the back. And they have a Mad Cargo in the back. Of course they do. And listen, guys, even with the algorithm, this team puts in the work. Like you are going to see later on, the algorithm does start trying to attack us by putting nothing but ice types in the front. But Kingdra can handle the ice types. Arctibax can also handle ice types. It's just an amazing team. I mean, you guys already seen the title. We do go 10-0. I take no losses. I did lose later on with the team. I did do some other sets that I didn't record. I just felt like having fun and just playing with the team. And I did take some losses there, but it still performed amazing. I still, ended up getting like 3 2s, 4 1s. Like this team is really good. So they are going to go for the Breaking Swipe. I take one, I shield one. And we should be able to just Dragon Breath down. That's the play. And they actually get another freaking Breaking Swipe before taking it out. But we're just going to bring Altaria in, Dragon Breath it down, and my opponent goes down with 2 shields. GG's, homie. Well played. And jumping into this next battle, we catch a Kingdra mirror match. Now, this is where IVs do play a part. My Kingdra is a rank 14 Kingdra. I'm assuming with how the battle was going, their Kingdra might have been a little bit better than mine. And they actually let that go. That's crazy. Now, I did get just a little bit of farm. I was trying to farm up with the Kingdra. And then I bring in the Arctibax because, like I said, Arctibax and Kingdra can actually hang with the ice types, which is pretty cool. Even though they're dragon types, they can hang with ice types. Now, I am going to shield up the Lapras. And I'm going to try to attempt to Dragon Breath down because they're running Frost Breath on their Lapras instead of Ice Shard, but they actually get to another Surf, so I am going to have to use my last shield. That way I could just completely farm it down with Dragon Breaths. And I am running just one charge move on my Arctibax. I didn't have enough candies to second move it, but I am going to work towards doing that because I love Arctibax so much, guys. It's a very good Pokemon. Now, right here, I am going to bring in the Altaria, and I'm going to be very careful with my opponent here because they do this swap, and then I bring in the Kingdra to sack swap. I was anticipating them because I knew their Kingdra had a charge move ready, so I actually just sack swap the Kingdra, and then my opponent backs out. GG's, homie. Well played. Alrighty, jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a Jumpluff on the lead, and I know this might look bad. The Jumpluff is running Fairy Wind, which is a Fairy type move, and also they got access to Energy Ball. But we don't even have to shield it. We can tank an Energy Ball, and then they swap into a Lantern. And I'm just going to shoot the Outrage, see if they want to shield up or let it go. They let it go, bang, hit them with that Water Dragon Jutsu. And I did farm up just a little bit with the Kingdra, and then I do bring in the Arctibax. And because we're part Dragon, we can tank any move that Lantern throws at us, whether it's the Surf or the Thunderbolt. And a truck decided to pass, yep. So yeah, if you guys do hear dogs barking or cars passing, my neighbor has their dog out on the balcony, and for some reason cars decided to pass by when I started recording. You know, it happens. So they do have that Toxicroak, and now I can safely bring in the Altaria, and we're just gonna start Dragon Breathing down. And I am gonna have to shield this because Toxicroak did get access to Shadow Ball, and there it is. I shielded up, and then I'm just gonna completely Dragon Breath it down. And then my opponent brings in the Jump Bluff, and then they back out. GG's, homie. Well played. Well played indeed. And jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a Dragonair on the lead. And this is actually still pretty good for us because we can outbulk the Dragonair, but they do get to a Body Slam before us. But I don't want to use a shield. We get to the Octazooka before going down, and we're going to hit him with this Water Dragon Jutsu. Bang. We take a shield, and we are going to go down. But now I can bring in the Altaria. Oh no, I bring in the Arctibax. That's an interesting play. I think I just wanted to get to the Avalanche because Avalanche does hit hard. I mean, it's a Psystrike clone for the ice types. And then they bring in the Lickitung, and here comes the freaking Avalanche. Do they shield this up or let it go? Bang. They let it go. And I am going to shield because Arctibax is putting in the work. And yeah, I do want to get a second move for the Arctibax. I make this amazing catch to catch a Body Slam. But yeah, if you do have the resources to make an Arctibax, do it. It's a good Pokemon. I recommend it. I don't have enough candies to double move it. I'm going to work towards that. But I also can't wait for the future of Arctibax. Like, I'm loving this Pokemon, guys. I can't wait for the future for it to get its Community Day move because it is a 3-stage evolution Pokemon. So we're definitely going to get a Frigibax Community Day, which I can't wait for. It's going to be amazing. So they do have a Toxapex, and I'm just going to stay in here because there is no way that they're going to be able to Poison Jab us down. I think that's the move that it's using, Poison Jab. So they go for the Sludge Wave, and then we're just going to bring in the Arctibax, get to the Avalanche, and we're going to charge this up and hit them with that Kamehameha. Bang. 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 GG's, homie. Well played. And jumping into this next battle, we catch a Dugong on the lead, an ice type. The algorithm does not know how to handle this team, guys. Like, the algorithm is trying their best to throw a hard counter on the lead towards us, but nothing hard counters Kingdra, even dragons. Like, they could put a dragon, and yeah, that's super effective up against us, but Kingdra is very bulky. As you've seen with the past couple battles, we got a Kingdra mirror lead, and then we had a Dragonair, and we were still able to take shields. And yeah, so the algorithm doesn't really know how to handle this team because nothing's super effective up against Kingdra or Arctibax. The only thing that's super effective up against Arctibax would be a fighter. But other than that, Arctibax in the Retro Cup, at least, I'm talking about in terms of the Retro Cup. So I do take a shield, and then I'm going to bring in the Altaria because we're up 2 shields and my opponent's going to stay in. And I let this go thinking they were going to bait, but no, they went straight for the Sludge Wave, and then they bring in their Shadow Kingdra. But I'm going to go straight for the Moonblast. I'm not going to play around. I'm either going to take it out or take a shield. We take their shield, and then they Dragon Breath us completely down. Now, I still got 2 shields. I'm definitely going to have to shield, but I need to save one for the freaking Shadow Swampert in the back. We completely Dragon Breath it down, and Arctibax is just going to go on a freaking rampage right now. We're going to shield this up, and then we're going to charge up to the Avalanche, and Arctibax just took out 2 Shadow Pokemon. Let's freaking go. Bang. We take them out. GG's, my friend. Well played. Well played indeed. And as you see right here, this is a 5-0 track on the premium track. I used up a raid pass because, yeah, I wanted to get the star pieces, or I wanted to get the Stardust. So I did pop a star piece because look how much Stardust we're going to get off of this track. And man, I was so grateful that this team did amazing because I did want all that Stardust and I had to use a raid pass to get that Stardust. So, but we're not done yet. Let's jump into the next battle right here. We catch a Shadow Dragonair on the lead. And like I said, we look at the damage we're doing. Now what I am going to do here is shield up because we can actually Dragon Breath this thing down. We can shield up the Body Slam and then take out the Dragonair. And we do have enough energy to get to the Outrage. Now does my opponent want to shield this up or are they going to let it go? They actually let it go, and it's a freaking Cresselia in the back, and this is no bueno for Chuck. I'm hoping that I can get to a Octazooka, and we do, and I'm hoping to get the debuff. We take a shield, and we don't get the debuff, but at least we got the shield. My opponent was scared enough to at least shield. Now, I am going to bring in the Arctibax, and I'm going to shield this up because they are definitely going to go for the Moonblast. And then I'm going to bring in the Altaria. Now, what I did there, I was hoping to at least get some energy with the Arctibax and then try to Shadow Dragon Breath down the Cresselia, but my opponent does bring in a Talonflame. And we take a shield, and they're going to try to start ramping up their Flame Charge. Now, Arctibax, oh, they go for Fly. I don't know if that was the play there. They should have went for Flame Charge to try and charge up, but they probably didn't think they could take out Altaria there. They hit us with a Flame Charge, and this is getting dicey. It's not looking good. We do get to the Avalanche, but that Cresselia is in the back. We hit them with that Avalanche, bang. They bring in the Cresselia, and we Dragon Breath it down, and Arctibax went on another rampage. GG's, my friend. Well played. And jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a Clodsire on the lead, and this is actually pretty good for us. We are water, but they do have, I think they go for Mega Horn here, actually. Yeah, they go for Mega Horn, bang, and I'm going to charge up, and I didn't really know if I should go for the Octazooka or for the Outrage. I think Outrage was the play here. They let it go, bang, and now we could just try to get to the Dragon Breath farm down, and I was actually anticipating if I should shield it up or not, but yeah, I think that was a good shield. They went for another Mega Horn, and then they bring in the Toxapex, and I'm gonna go straight for another Outrage. Do they shield this one up or do they let it go? They shield that one up, so that was a good shield on their part because now we're matched, and I think I do bring in the Altaria up against in this battle. Yep, Altaria. It's just such a bulky Pokemon because we could take Sludge Waves for days, bang, and we're still in the green. And I do get to the Sky Attack. And now, do they want to shield this up or do they let this one go? They let it go, and I think we CMP tied there. That was a CMP tie. And I am going to shield this up, but they went for the Brine. And I remember when I was doing this battle, I remember thinking, okay, that was a little bit too fast, but I did lose count with the Sludge Waves. Because it's kind of hard to see with the Dragon Breaths. You know, they kind of cover up the fast moves. But they do bring in a Charge-a-Bug. And since I took the last shield, I am going to bring in the Arctibax. Because we can tank any one move. And they go for the Crunch, which I guess was the better move to go for. Or maybe a Bug-type move would have been good. I'm not sure. But we get to the Avalanche, hit them with that bang, and we take them out. GG's, homie. Well played. Well played indeed. And jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a Vigoroth on the lead. And yeah, this is still pretty good for us. I mean, Kingdra is just such a good lead for the Retro Cup because nothing really hard counters it. I know I already said that, but it's such a good lead for the Retro Cup. Even if you catch a dragon on the lead, I mean, we're Kingdra's either taking your shields or taking you out. And so they go for the Body Slam. I let it go through, and then I bring in the Altaria so that now we can Dragon Breath it down. But I do have to be careful with Vigoroth. That was enough for the Rock Slide, so I am going to shield it up to preserve the health on my Altaria. And there it was, the Rock Slide. And now we completely Dragon Breath it down. What does my opponent bring in? They bring in a Jellicent. So now I'm going to go for the Moonblast. Hopefully we can get the debuff, maybe a shield. So we get a shield and we get the debuff. Let's freaking go. That's what you want to see right there. That's amazing. I do kind of feel Moonblast needs a buff though. I feel like Moonblast should be like a 50-50 sort of move. I know Octazooka on Kingdra definitely needs a buff. Like that move, it takes so long to get to. It doesn't hit very hard, and the chances of you getting the debuff are kind of low. So I feel like Octazooka, either they could leave it the same, but make it a 100% debuff, or they should leave it the same but make it faster to get to, or they could increase the damage output only. So it could be a nuke type move like Meteor Beam, to where either you guys are going to shield this or you're going to take a lot of damage from it, and then we have the potential debuff. So it could be like a Meteor Beam clone, but yeah, my opponent does go for back-to-back cycle boosts here, and we barely survive, and we get to the freaking Sky Attack. Altaria is just so good. It's so bulky. Bang. We take him out. We take that win. GG's, my friend. Well played. Well played indeed. Alrighty, jumping into this next battle, we catch an Arctibax on the lead, and like I said, look at Kingdra. Like, Kingdra just freaking is just so good. Now I'm going to shield this up because, yeah, it's the Dragon Claw. That would have taken us out. But they swap into a Cresselia. And I'm going to go straight for this Outrage. Do they want to shield this up, match my shields, or get hit? So they let it go, and they're keeping their shields, which is not going to be pretty good for them because I think we can actually take a Moonblast, shield up, and completely farm it down. I think that's what I do. I try to farm it completely down, and they do get to a charge move, so I let it go? I don't remember doing that. I'm thinking I want to save my shields for Arctibax. No, I bring in the Kingdra. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't remember this battle, but I do know I go 10-0. So how is this going to turn out? They bring back their Arctibax, and we completely Dragon Breath it down. They have a Talonflame in the back, so I go for the Octazooka. Do they want to shield this up, or do they let it go? They shield it up, and we get the debuff drop. We get their attack harshly dropped. Amazing. So I do think that does help us a little bit because we can safely tank this flame charge, and then I think I'm just gonna commit to the Dragon Breath down. So I am going to shield up this flame charge for sure. Yep, I commit to the flame charge down, and Arctibax takes the win. Let's freaking go. GG's, my friend. Well played. And jumping into what I believe is the final battle, we catch a Hisuian, Voltorb, or Electrode on the lead. And now this one is kind of scary. I am not gonna lie, I was kind of scared, but look how much we're chunking away at the Electrode. We go for the Octazooka because I knew they were going to shield it up because they had so much energy. But I am going to let this go because I was kind of interested in seeing how much. I thought they were going to go for Wild Charge, but they do go for the Energy Ball. And then they bring in the Hypno, and I didn't know who to swap into. So I think I just let the Kingdra go. And I do bring in the Altaria. Now, I do shield up this first one because I was kind of scared of the Ice Punch, but they go Thunder Punch. So I was like, okay, that's pretty good. And I'm going to go for the Moonblast to either do a lot of damage, hopefully get the debuff. They let it go. And now I'm going to let this go as well. And they go for the Thunder Punch. We can tank that. But I do bring in the Arctibax to snipe. And that gives us just a little bit of energy. And they bring in the Voltorb. And I think I still let this go because we can resist a lot of the charge moves. They go for the Wild Charge. We still resist it. And they have a freaking Haxorus in the back. So can Arctibax take the win here? We go down, but I do bring in the Altaria. I have a shield. I think I can Dragon Breath completely down. And hopefully... yes, we Dragon Breath both of the Pokemon down. Altaria takes that win. GG's, my friend. Well played. Well played indeed to all the trainers that I did go up against in the Go Battle League. Man, that was crazy. Yeah, this team did so well. Like, if you guys want to run it, go ahead. You know, give me a shout out. You know, let them know what team. Now, that's a glitch. We do get 5. See, there, it was a glitch. We still win 5-0. This team is amazing. But yeah, please give it a like if you did enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. And I'll catch you all in the next one, in the battlefield or in the ring. Ding, ding. Peace out, my fellow Pokemon trainers.